Hello again. I'm going to tell you today about 3 or 4 basic things about singing technique, the basics. And this is not only for classical music singers like me, it's for also like pop music singers. The 3 or 4 basic points in classical music singing is, first of all, the constant flow of air. That is so important. So you have to rehearse that at home for weeks before it sticks into your body and it is automatically going the way it should. You have to have the constant flow of air. And I'm going to show you what happens with your belly when you fill up your lungs. Your diaphragm is pushed down and your belly is pushed out. And I'm going to show that to you here now with this little demonstration. By this, I wanted to show you that something happens with your belly when you breathe thoroughly, breathe and fill up your lungs with air. Then the next point in singing technique is very important. It is that you keep your voice without any leakage of air. And leakage of air can come, for example, just through the vocal cords. If they're not tied together and if they're not placed such that you only let the air go through your vocal cord that makes sound. If you let air that does not make sound go through your vocal cords, you'll have leakage. And I'll show you what leakage of air in the singing is like. If you want to sing Amarilli mia bella, and if you sing it like this, Amarilli mia bella, non. That was overdoing it. But if you do it like this, Amarilli mia bella, non credo del mio cor. You won't be able to sing very long lines. You have to make sure that your voice is so tied together that no air goes through the vocal cords without making any sound. Amarilli mia bella, non credo del mio cor. Let's see how long I can sing with a tight vocal cords and not tight vocal cords. Let me try Amarilli once more. Amarilli mia bella, non credo del mio cor. And then it was no more air. Even though I filled up my lungs, I couldn't sing more than 3 or 4 seconds. Now I will do it a tighter voice and see how long can I sing now. Amarilli mia bella, non credo del mio cor, dolce desio d'esser tu l'amor mio. 1/3 of the song on one breath. The next point. I want to go back to the point with no leakage. Also, avoid that when you sing, you don't have control of your voice and that air leaks out of your nose while you are singing. Because we are capable of breathing only through the nose if we want to. But we don't want that to happen when we sing, because if that happens, we'll lose so much air that we can't sing. So avoid leaking air also through your nose while you are singing. So it's very important to sort of making the voice clear, focused, before you can make it big. And afterwards, when you have achieved that tightness, and I don't mean squeezed, because squeezed is something different. I'll tell you what a squeezed voice is. Amarelli mia bella, non credo del mio cor. That is squeezed, but this is not squeezed. Amarilli mia bella, non credo del mio cor. But the most important thing of all singing is the right placement of the voice and the beam of sound that comes from your lungs and through your vocal cord. It should be placed upwards in the mouth, on the point where the hard palate stops and the soft palate begins, and that's upwards in your mouth, rather long in. That's where the beam of sound from your vocal cords should be placed. And then it has free access to the rest of your head, to the hollow spaces here and to the hollow spaces here. So all of your head will resonate and help you in getting a very clear and fine sound outwards. So the last point is very important, the placement of the beam from your vocal cords, beam of sound. It should hit rather long inside your mouth, not in front, not here. Then you have a nasal sound. Rather long in, so it also can pass upwards in your head and resonate. These are some of the basics. And I'll try to make more videos where I explain in more detail the basics. The breathing, the no leakage of air, no leakage through the vocal cords, no leakage while you sing up through your nose. And third, the right placement of the beam of sound that comes from your vocal cords. And at the end here, I'll also tell you about the larynx. It goes up when you swallow. When you swallow, you want to drink something, stop breathing, you drink, and the larynx goes up. So no water or food that you eat goes down into the air tube. But very important is to get that larynx down again when you sing, so it doesn't stay up and choke you. But I'll make some more videos where I go through these things. So you just listen to this channel and I'll find a time to make a video with detailed info about these things. In the meantime, you have to get yourself a very good singing teacher that can teach you the basics of singing. Because if you miss the basics, you can build a whole career, singing career, on basic technique which is not too good. And then all of it will be spoiled after some years of singing, because you'll wear out your voice, you'll be out of business, you'll be maybe I heard so many singers say that when you are 40, you are worn out, you can't sing anymore. Well, there are people at my age of 66 who still sings, and there are people in the 70s and 80s who still can sing. So I'm not totally do agree with that. But if you're a singer who sings every day at the opera, it's very important not to wear yourself out with bad technique. So goodbye, get yourself a good singing teacher, and see you later on this channel.